was struggling a lot on probably writing and reading to the point where I could barely even read a children's book. Is kind of how bad it was. And then I had a really hard time writing because I could only spell like car or cat. Is basically all I could spell.
We homeschool, so we tried just about every curriculum trying to figure out what the problem was in terms of why can't we spell. We practice, and the next day it's like it's all gone. You can see that he really struggled with that frustration of wanting to read, but there was a barrier there. I thought the base problem was that he couldn't read and spell, that we didn't have the right curriculum, that I wasn't a good teacher. There was just something curriculum-wise that I needed. And so I started looking for more tutoring services. Many of them are very expensive. I kind of asked around to a lot of friends that had their kids in these tutoring programs, and it just sounded like it was, let's sit down, let's work on this worksheet together, or bring your homework in and we'll work on it together. And I figured Will and I are doing that and nothing is getting resolved, until I had a friend tell me that LearningRx was more focused on the cognitive abilities. So we came in and we had Will tested, and when I first saw the results, it made so much sense because he had a lot of issues with memorization and processing skills. Rich was really good at explaining to me at that time when we went over his results that basically all of these skills come together for reading and spelling. It made so much sense, and it just made, as soon as I walked out the door, it's like, this is the place that he needs to be.
It's really nice to come here. There's a lot of happy faces like Padre meeting you at the door, and a lot of teachers that are super happy to see you and help get you through things.
My experience with LearningRx has been phenomenal. When you have people surrounding you that are excited for you and cheering for you and just building you up, he really felt that. And so did I. As the mom, you walk in and there's underlying reasons why you're there. Like, you want to see your kid succeed, and you've got that pent up anxiety, is my kid ever gonna read? And so you come in thinking you're gonna, see that progression, but I really saw Will grow in a social way, just feeling confident in himself coming in here, and he's just grown leaps and bounds, not only in his cognitive skills, but his ability to just adapt and overcome and take things on and think of things logically versus asking for an answer. I'm going to think through this and I can resolve this.
LearningRx is definitely the place for you. It's a very friendly environment, and they help you get through a lot of your reading, memory skills, writing skills. They are really helpful with that.
If I sat down with a family that had a student that was struggling, the first thing that I would say is breathe in, breathe out. It is going to be okay. Before LearningRx, that I was so nervous. And when Will first started, we were talking about his permit, and I remember looking at my husband and saying, I don't know if that's something that we can even pursue for Will at this point. And so there's a lot of anxiety as a parent. Did I do enough? Did we do enough? You get frustrated and everything costs something. And so then when you do, if you want to put them in all the programs, you can't afford all of them. The second thing I'd say is definitely come in and get tested. That getting those results was a big indicator to me of just what the root problem was. So as soon as I saw that, all of a sudden it made me feel better about, okay, it wasn't the wrong curriculum that we chose as homeschool families, or even if the school, if you go to public school, that the school's not doing enough. Sometimes it really is something in the brain that is just not getting touched. So I would highly recommend just come in and get tested. It's worth it. It's so freeing to watch them jump into a book and be able to read it, and they want to come share that with you. I've just been so happy to be along this ride with Will. So I highly encourage you, just jump in, take the ride with your student. It's awesome.